Yes, my friend. I'm thinking I like this place. Sure. My heart swells at the sight of natural beauty. What's next?
You want to talk? Finish those jobs for Brynjolf first.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Yes, Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Please help me. I'm going to lose my job at the Riften fishery. My job at the Riften fishery is in danger. The owner, Bolly, said that if I show up for work in this condition one more time, then I'm out. I don't mean to do this to myself, but I can't help it. I tried some skooma a year ago, and ever since then, I can't stop. If you could give me a healing potion, I could cleanse this poison from my body and get back to my life. Your kindness will never be forgotten. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you've given me.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim, always as fresh as the day it was collected. I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
They live below the streets, in the ratway, like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place. Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little but dangerous.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear, and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me, and I pay a visit to the Thieves' Guild. Make me angry, and I contact the Dark
for quite some
Brotherhood.
time now, Lady Mule.
You do well to remember
that
that the
you
next
soon
time
will
you
leave
make
us.
such a stupid
Riften
observation.
has problems of its own. Now is not the time for exploration and discovery.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. If you were to leave, I'd miss you terribly.
Don't tell me. Sibby and Louis
Erlen,
Latrush?
I owe you my life.
Well, Sibby is in jail,
It would
and
take a
Latrush
threat
is
to all of
certainly
Skyrim
welcome to
for me
try.
to depart.
My hired help is more than a match for him. Really? Now that is interesting. Then you should know that Louis and I have a certain history. Tell you what, go along with his plans for now. I'll keep an eye on you both, and when the time is right, I'll settle accounts with Louis.
What do you want? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
It's so good to see you again. I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. I don't care. A deal's a deal. Are you kidding me? I've got the entire Thieves Guild at my back. What have you got? Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that. But a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Shadra his debt's been paid.
Maven,
Of course.
how's the criminal underworld treating you this fine day?
I hope
You
we
may
bump
have
into each
everyone
other
else
again.
impressed around here, but you don't.
If you're looking for a room, try the Bee and Barb. This place is for the working man. In a manner of speaking. You have my thanks. It's you! Please, don't hurt me. This heap of matchsticks is what everyone calls Helga's bunkhouse. Can you stay here? No. The bunkhouse is for the working man, not some sort of luxury inn for tourists. Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic. It's very secretive though, and you know how people hate secrets. The Jarl's Court wizard was taught there. That one's full of secrets. I don't know why I bother.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. Work? Ever since my parents... So now I'm stuck living here, while those It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Try and get those marks without violence, please. I don't want to be responsible for their deaths.
Potions, exotic ingredients.
New
I
in
have
town,
them all.
eh? Here for the fishing, I guess. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my wife. Hand what over. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Rare trinkets and the finest
Remember to
oddities
give at
from
the
Morrowind.
temple.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Oh no! You're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? All right, pipe down! You want the whole blessed place to hear you?
Wine, maybe you should sell it on.
You're doing me quite a favor. I won't forget it. So, can I interest you in anything today? Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake. The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others. Authorities, have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people.
Mr. Dragonfly would like to take a moment to remind you that he is invaluable and irreplaceable. You give me best equipment, yes? What's next?
So, can I interest you in anything today? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. All right then.
There's no need to push.
You must take the lexicon. Free me of my burden. The memories, I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to a Munchenzell. You must take the lexicon from me. Please, take it now. You must bring it to a Munchenzell in the west. Return it to them. It must go back. It is done. I won't go back to a Munchenzell. I won't.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort.
It is our most favorite company.
I consider joining up myself.
Look, I don't think I should say. I mean, they could kill me. Okay, I'll tell you. I get my skooma from Sarthas Idrin. He has some sort of a setup over the Riften warehouse. You can't get inside, though. They've kept that place locked up tight since the war began. I overheard Boley say that only the Jarl carries the key to the warehouse. When I meet Sarthis there, he's usually waiting for me outside with his bodyguard. I could have left it behind. I could have put it back where it came from. You've been kind. I thank you.
What can I do for you? Yes, I'm afraid we're aware of Sarthis' presence in the warehouse. Unfortunately, we're certain he has informants within the city guard. Every time we've made a move to arrest him, he's escaped. However, if you take care of this discreetly, you might be able to surprise him without warning. Excellent. Here, this is the key to the warehouse. See if you can drop in on this dealer of poison and convince him to close down his operation permanently. Good journey to you.
You want to talk? Finish those jobs for Brynjolf first.
Come here! Come on.
End to our game. You want to talk? Let us go.
What can I do for you? It's nice to receive good news for a change. Did you recover anything else from the warehouse worth mentioning? Then there's no time to lose. It won't take long for Sarthis' associates to learn of his death. The source of the poison must be destroyed once and for all. Otherwise, another dealer will simply take his place. Do this task for me, and you'll be well on your way to a title in Riften. Good. Report back to me when your task is complete. Good journey, you.